Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider time.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Oh, my bad. We recording? Oh, my bad.
We're recording.
My fault.
I feel like in almost every one of these, I feel like almost every one of these videos, Brian's is gonna be singing this random melody. I'm just gonna let him do it because at this point, yeah. But anyway,
My bad.
Welcome to another cold fucking day.
It's not cold. It's only 39 degrees outside.
Welcome to another cold fucking day.
Don't listen to him.
Only 39 degrees outside. Ain't that bad.
listen to Brian's logic, you'll be freezing your butt off.
Well, first of all, I have
But
fur.
for all
Thank you.
seriousness, we are doing a review of Revice for the rest of the episodes number.
Don't mind that guy. He's constructive. He
13
works here all day.
through 21.
Sir.
He's union. He works here all day.
Which I'm trying to remember 13.
Well, I can do this. Come in like that wiki. Come on, I can't spell for shit.
If I'm not mistaken.
Come on, there we go.
They said the spelling was horrible.
It was it. Can't spell for shit right now. I can't spell for shit right now. Phoenix's Close Call is episode 13. You can't do that to a black man.
I was just leaning back.
Your head was in. You can't be doing that shit. Anyway, synopsis. I'm not saying it. Well, what's up? It's your boys, the
Ryder Brothers.
the Night Riders.
The what?
The Night Riders.
Night Rider.
We are not changing our fucking name.
Yeah, I
Or our
know.
brand. Fuck you.
I will
I
though.
feel like you're having a hard time.
Anyway,
It's your boy, the ninja himself.
And we might as well add him since this is Marnell in the back.
That's the boy. We'll call him Construction Man from right now.
the what? What kind of shit?
He's the fourth brother.
He-
I got a tool belt.
He's union.
At work.
He's union. He works here every day. He's a part of the building
I'm the
contractors.
Anyway, oh my god.
No, he's not a super before you put that in the comments.
So it's been a minute since we've been watching Revice. I mean, we've been keeping up on it, but we can't remember every single detail that happened. So
That's why I'm reading it.
what was the novices for 13?
Skybase. Oh. So the Skybase got grounded to refuel. Blah blah
Oh,
blah.
that's when they invaded.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the invasion of the Dead Mans.
That's
No,
when
I'm
they,
mistaken.
the Demons decided to go and invade so they can steal.
Oh, and that's where
belts.
the chameleon Dead Man came in at.
Yes, when we found out something shocking about the Chameleon Dead Man.
Super shocking. Should be a rainbow right there. Goddamn phone. Sorry.
Yeah, but it turns out that the Chameleon Dead Man was actually the guy who was not the head of Phoenix.
He was the commander.
He was the commander.
That was
He
four,
pretended
but
to be the commander.
that was in 14.
13 and 14, right? We figured that out.
Which ultimately turned out that he wasn't even really the commander.
Which is kind of bullshit because they showed that the commander died like the first
Episode 1. Episode 1.
yeah, that threw me for a loop. I was like, how did he die? Like, what the hell? Like, that didn't make no sense. But when he,
That's like
he's like, I don't know what
that's
the
like
fuck you're talking
comment. It's like alright. It's like
He's like,
kids. It's like candles at a kid's birthday party with the wax on. How you just kill somebody like that in the first episode, dog. I'm trying to figure. I'm like, what he's saying. He's like, damn. He's like that threw him for like a spin. Like
I'm trying to
I'm
connect
tripped
it.
out about that.
trying to connect the dots. I don't know where that came from. I don't get the reference. I'll get it later though.
That's what I'm laughing.
I'm gonna get it when the video's over. Watch.
You never heard kid like
Look, that's the first time I've ever heard somebody say that. That's the
Kid.
first
You
time.
never heard of candle wax on a kid's birthday cake? You've never heard that?
Ain't no wax on the kids' birthday.
I've heard of it. It's happened to me though. It has happened.
Terrible time, ain't it?
It's terrible time.
Cause they melt. I am shit.
You definitely is.
It took me like 5. I'm like, oh, that's okay.
But next to episode 13,
We now know.
Revice had a new form. Icky had a new form.
Body the Rex.
Body the Rex.
And also,
Iceman.
That was hard too.
I felt bad for Hiromi because you learn later on in like the episodes that he really looked up to the commander, and he really did look at him as like, you know, somebody that you could learn off of.
But before you, also in the comments, before you misunderstand, Hiromi went to an academy. The commander was the chief there, and he talked to Hiromi, several other students, got them motivated. He didn't die then. He died in the first episode when Rice was born.
But yeah, well,
I didn't even really give himself a fighting shot. Like he literally just got caught off guard.
But it was revealed that the chameleon ended up sneaking in anyway and just took his body. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's the same thing. He killed him and took his body. Oh, not take over his body. Take his form.
Yeah.
Nah, he took
his appearance.
His appearance, his voice, but he damn sure didn't act like him.
Well, not till he was, you know, caught.
Trying to steal his hand.
He turned into full Joker and just went
ballistic.
ballistic.
The whole thing about George just acting so damn calm, I didn't like that part.
When I tell you George has he's something to do with like everything going on. Cause he even mentioned it himself. He was like, what did he say? He was like, I want to make the ultimate Kamen Rider. That's a little later on, but he's trying to. George knows something about Gifu, and what he's trying to do is, how can I put this? He's trying something. I can't really put it together right now, but he's up to.
The way he's trying to do it is he's trying to actually make a Kamen Rider show. He's trying to have the good guys, then he's trying to actually have the bad guy, which is supposed to be the end boss, which is Geek. End boss is supposed to be Geek, or somebody wielding Geek's power.
I would say
before anybody asks, it's the giant statue with the heartbeat for some damn reason.
We know.
My opinion is he wants to. It's Kamen Rider Chronicle all over again. He wants to create a good set of good riders, and then another good set of bad riders, and then have them fight it out.
If we're going to Chronicle route, remember Chronicle showed up at the end where well technically Chronicle made the game itself, but he ended up becoming the last boss because he wanted to, it didn't come up to
Kamen Rider X8.
He didn't Chronicle ended up fighting everybody at the end because he was like, oh, this is the. He didn't say it was a perfect game, but this is the game. He wanted to remake it his way or something like that. I can't really remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the premises of like why this is going on the way it is. It's almost the exact same way. A bunch of dark riders, a bunch of good riders, them fighting it out.
Well, this is it. There was not really that many dark riders.
For right now, no.
Technically, Gim and how do you say his damn name?
Paradox.
Paradox was evil, and
he was just mischievous.
I guess Snipe was kind of anti-hero.
Yeah, that was just too. I mean, you don't really have to have like a good set of like dark riders. Like just one would suffice, especially if he was like all like super powerful.
So that would just be Paradox, not Paradox.
Gim. No.
Yeah.
That's what we call Chrono.
But
Chronicle.
What else happened?
That's a game that he used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we called it Chronicle. I was just following that.
Back on real topic.
What else happened in that episode?
That was it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Then he turned to ice and kicked the shit out of.
Yeah, kicked the shit out of all three of them.
Like he was I'm gonna show you since you might not even know. So that I'm gonna pull up a picture of her. The picture will be on the screen.
Also, I love how. Wait, send me the picture through Messenger.
I got you.
But yeah, I love how.
That's what he turned into.
When he transformed, and Vice was looking at George, was like, "Why do I get transformation?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was mad at him about that.
He picked up all the eggshells and made his own shield.
And make it a shield.
Wait, hold up.
He super glued
damn pieces. He made a shield. He picked up the shells and made a shield.
And literally, and shield bash everything. It's the funniest shit ever. It's hard too, though. I will, that is kind of cool.
Let me just slap some paste on here.
Because Bodied Rex is like, in translating it is Bodied is cold in I think Arabic. I want to say, so it's like frozen cold, and it's like born out of an egg, and the egg split after he transformed into it, and then he saw all of the and then he formed all the pieces together, and he was just beating niggas with it.
Like, right away.
Yeah, but yeah.
He did it because George told him, since he made fun of his last design and one of his other stamps, he had put his on backward.
But then you got it like
okay,
an episode later, so.
You ain't gotta be that much that goddamn envious. Like, there's no need to hold that much of a grudge.
You always, if you make something and then somebody who's supposed to use it just says that looks lame, how the fuck do you think you're supposed to feel?
But Vice apologized so many goddamn times.
No, Vice sarcastically apologized. Only time he took that serious, he didn't apologize correctly. I know I said the wrong fucking word, Brian.
That's why I'm laughing. Apologize. I'm sorry.
He apologizes so wrongly. The only reason they got that stamp is because George just changed the form, made him into a skateboard.
Oh yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
Jackal, and they turned him into a skateboard.
Hey, he's supposed to be
Supposed to be an actual person that looked like
a fox and shit.
caveman fox.
A caveman fox, damn.
Yeah, if you look at the design, it looked like it had a loincloth and everything.
Oh, you see something? Hold on. Kamen like a jackal. Nah.
Don't fuck me up that bad.
I can't spell for shit today.
It was a picture on the screen.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. But anyway,
If you find it, send me that too. If you find it, send me that too.
The what you call it?
Yeah.
I'm about to go to the actual show and like pull it
that
up.
happened, and everything was going fine since they got the new stamp, and they realized that we need to stop these people by going to their base.
But actually, but that was I think it was 15, I think. No, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, we passed 14 now and 15 when they.
Oh, we're 15 now. Oh, my bad.
I'm
gonna go back real quick.
Here's what I want to say about what was her name, Aguilera.
Yeah.
She's sexy. I mean, what?
Other than that.
What?
Other than that, she just finds out that she's supposed to be a tool to her.
Oh yeah,
that was
all right. Hold
fucked
on. Before we continue, that was fucked up how they did her like that. So they literally just circled around her like, you're supposed to be a sacrifice of Gifu, right? And she was like, what? And then they tied her up, put her on a little chair. Bondage kind of, weird. But yeah, I'm like, that's kind of like they did. So the whole premise of her, she was supposed to marry Gifu, Sama,
That's
whatever
what
you call it.
thought.
That's what she thought.
That's what she thought.
But Oteka, Julio, Tamaki, but Julio the chameleon, was it the guy that had the planaria stamp?
Yeah, everyone except Julius knew.
Yeah, and he didn't know either. And then he tried to save her, but then he had a whole big rumble, and then they ended up fighting in a nightclub, which was kind of cool. So
Not really. They didn't really fight. They just pushed him to the side.
Yeah,
basically.
Basically, and another thing I want to say about her is that.
oh, and then also what's his face? Yasushi Kudo. He is the actor who played the butler with Dragon Fruit, Lockseed and Gaim. Actually, fun fact.
Okay.
Had to throw that in.
But the
My
one
bad.
thing
But
I
anyway,
want to say about Aguilera is that this is what happens when you fully commit into a cult.
No, she didn't fully commit into a cult. She was raised in a cult.
So I'm trying to figure out.
That's what happens when you're raised. Well, you're not only committed and raised to a cult, and you don't think that you're not gonna get got. You are. It's a cult. Nobody is safe.
But then again, how do we know? How do we know she? Well, I think somebody. So who got her into the cult? I think.
Nobody got
Nobody.
into
That's what he was saying. She was born
cult.
into the cult. She was born into the cult.
I could swear she said somebody got her in, but I'm.
She was a little girl.
She was a little girl.
Right? Yeah.
She was raised. She was raised to worship Gifu.
Okay.
So,
and told that you will be his wife.
yeah, like her. What was it?
Pretty
Her
much
grandmother?
offered. Sounds like she pretty much got offered up.
I gotta go back. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
Like
and
old
try to
character
catch
told
that.
her that she was going to be Gifu's wife.
Yeah.
And told her all this other shit. She believed it. And she didn't think that she was gonna be any other basic sacrifice. turns out that she was going to be. So it's like, yeah, cults are fucked up. It don't matter what position you in.
I mean, yeah, but
because it's all about
But
really,
they're a cult, but like their whole premise is to bring back Gifu anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's for worshiping the idol or entity that they want to come to them and give them whatever that is promised.
Say about Tiger.
So while that was going on, a funny moment was going on as well. Ikki, Sakura, and Daiji, we needed to figure out where the dead man's based. So they wanted to ask Daichi's not nobody. It's you know what? That would make sense.
Actually, wait.
That was his nobody. That would have been
all right. So basically, you saying Kagero is the heartless and Daiji's the nobody?
No.
Or is it in reverse?
It's in reverse. Why would Daichi be the nobody?
Okay, let's get back.
No, I said Kagero was the nobody and Daiji's the heartless. That's what I said. I said that, right? No. See, my man, he's on ball. I know what I said, goddammit.
Alright, but for real though, they needed to ask him, so they decided to do what they did
and knock their brother's ass
Kick
out.
the out of him.
Beat the shit out.
Yeah, Sakura was holding him down while Ikki was stretching in order to kick him.
No, he didn't stretch. He didn't stretch. He said, he
didn't flip it yet. He stretched for a little bit. Then he.
Oh, he did.
Then he's like, all right, here I come. Then he activated his rider kick his ass.
And kicked him, and then Kagero was like, "Yo, what y'all want?" Then he was like, "All right, look, so we got a plan for you, right? We want to know where the base is. So you want some curry?" And he was like,
"No, that's not how it went."
He
said, "Why should I help you?"
Oh yeah.
Sakura said, "I'm gonna kick you, and I'm not gonna be as nice as Ikki." You're like, "All right, I understand."
I said, but on one condition.
And they went back to the house and got curry from Sakura.
And not the regular curry that she gives her family, like the accidental curry.
The fucking Taco Bell version. That shit was gross.
I mean, like, remember that episode where she made a mistake and put too much damn spice in it?
Yeah, she still makes that mistake. Every time she makes curry.
She only made it twice though.
I couldn't do that.
Maybe 3. I can't remember.
I couldn't make the mistake over and over again. But actually, you know what?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that on camera.
That man keeps being on fire forever.
Damn it!
And that's what happens because after he passed, Kagero passed out from eating so much, he was happy as hell. Then
Daichi comes back, feels all that. Because the funny thing about it is Kagero can't stand spicy foods like that. Daichi spicy food.
Yeah. No, Daiji is you can say he's hardened up after like some time.
They said that Daiji does not like spicy foods, but his demon side does, which is funny.
Yo, Kagero is my man, yo. I need to like see a physical form of him now, but that might not happen for another couple episodes.
So they learn where the base is, finds out it's under several thousand meters of earth, and the only way you can get into is by a nightclub. Entrance of a nightclub.
Well, the nightclub is underground. Oh,
where the entrance was, it was in a nightclub.
Yeah, it's not underground.
I thought it was underground.
One of those things where it's like he goes into the nightclub and then it's like, all right.
Yeah, and then they like go down.
Yeah, so in the night, it's a nightclub, and I think behind the scenes is where like the statue and all that was. So
yeah, it was underground. There was a club and all that. But then on the top of the surface where everybody was entering, that was a nightclub.
Yeah. So
why the hell would you think a nightclub would be underground?
Because it was nightclub.
No, I'm talking about what he said. The nightclub is underground.
Cause, I mean,
underground nightclub.
I've been to several raves. Trust me. Underground is the word we call raves.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A lot of drugs in there.
It's also a faction of the people.
The only way you can get into the entrance is by saying, "Gracias, dead money." Yeah, just enter.
Stamp. My bad. I stamped him.
You stand?
I had the Gifu stamp in my back pocket.
You ain't have shit.
I was trying to turn him into a Giftarian.
You know the first thing I was gonna do?
Kick my ass.
I'll turn around and just eat your ass.
Eat my ass, huh? Cut this part out.
Hey. Okay, so they raided the damn place. Okay.
Raided it.
And the
Fighting.
thing I love about all of this is the fact that we have like 3 siblings as writers. I said that in the last video. they transform at the same time. I love that.
Which is crazy.
I love that shit. I want more of that. Like, every time when I see multiple riders like transform all at once, I get hyped.
But that happens every series though.
Shut the hell up.
That's her.
But like in the middle or the end or something, when they're all about to kick the shit out the final boss. But yeah, it happens. But the concept of them all being siblings is pretty cool. But then Hiromi is just like the estranged.
Yeah, Hiromi was there too.
This is it. Hiromi shows up and said, "Hey, karate girl," and just passed her the fucking curve.
I thought George did that.
No, it was Hiromi.
No, it was George.
I think George did that.
Yeah,
Because George.
Oh yeah, you're right.
George called a karate girl.
You're right.
That was
You're right.
Hiromi versus the Chameleon. That was the fake commander. Then we got Daichi and Ikki fighting their Horky.
Yeah.
And so is Sakura.
And then
and they make a horrible discovery. They are at the final phase of transformation. Brian, I'm about to kick your ass.
My
in a
bad.
second.
I was voting. Sorry.
They reach their final form of transformation, meaning they're stuck as monsters. They can go back and forth.
That's I think phase 3, right?
Yeah.
No, that's phase 2.
No.
that's phase 3.
2 is making the contract when they can.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm following you.
But anyway,
Phase 3 is what they're at now. So once they enter that, it's hard to separate the demon from the human. So they ended up killing 2 of the people.
Because if I'm not mistaken, this is 15 we're talking about, right? Or 16 now. We on 16?
16.
yeah,
Let
and
me
then
skip forward.
and that's
Just
when
open a tab.
Ikki really he starts to doubt whether or not this is the right thing to do. Because at that point,
No, he decided to doubt it, but at a certain point, he started like, I'm gonna be the one carrying this responsibility. I'm the one that's gonna.
he's really torn up about it.
And that's when George he doesn't give it to him. He kind of takes it. He gets the Volcano Vice stamp, where he becomes Volcano Body Rex, I think it's called.
That is later on.
That's 16. That's 16. Well, 17. What episode are we on? I done lost track.
You just said 16.
Sorry.
He doesn't pay attention.
Long
He
day.
doesn't pay attention.
It's a long
Pay
day.
attention.
It's a long day. Sorry.
Anyway,
You had no work to do today.
Shut up, John.
they go get Aguilera. Aguilera is being a little bitch and not wanting to sit and not wanting to leave because she I don't want to leave Gifu behind, even though she just got found. She got told that
She's about to literally be sacrificed. And Rex
And at
Revice saved her.
moment, once they killed the level 3 phases, the little dust went into Gifu, and everything started.
They ended up beating Chameleon in one of the
No.
No,
Saber
Chameleon
Tiger,
was the next one.
Saber
The lawyer,
Tiger and
one of the Planarios.
The doctor.
yeah.
Yeah, the Planario
Planarian.
dude. It's a cool vice
So
stamp, though.
the dust went into Gifu. Everything started rumbling, and the things ended up becoming a giant UFO. That's where the nightclub was. It just decided to go up in the air. Everybody was out on the side. Except Ikki, he decided, I'm gonna fight this thing by using every single remix he ever had.
And it was sexy as hell.
While he was in
Sexy
Body
as hell,
Rex.
yeah,
Because
it is.
Body Rex has the ability to summon his remix forms.
And not just one,
All
multiple.
All them joints.
And he confused them together.
And he confused them together.
I think I missed that, but yeah.
Now I gotta watch
Yo, Revice is crazy. Like,
Revice is actually crazy.
Yeah, beautiful.
So
But beware
that happens,
of
and with a final rider kick with all the remixes, the ship goes down and everything is over for the nightclub deathmatch.
for now.
And then in that last moment, Aguilera started to get angry, said she wants to give back, tackles, actually not tackles, pick up her vice stamp, which is actually
Queen Bee.
Turned from the Queen Bee and fought a little bit and left.
Takes off. Yep.
With
Julio.
With Julio.
Julio by her side.
Yep.
You sleepy?
No.
He was kind of kicking. He's kicking back like, yeah. I'm gonna.
Just stretching back.
So I'm trying to come.
He was just like, yeah.
Now, my question is, what episode was when that weird ass family come into play again?
That I feel like
episode was
we're already past that one. But this is before she discovered that they were a whole cult themselves.
No, I'm saying like the first time she
family with
came
a long ass
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first time she went to the basement.
Stop skipping to 2021, then motherfucker.
I was trying to figure out when.
Not you. Him.
He called it out. I was just saying. Oh, whatever. Oh.
Him, not you.
So what was 17 then?
17. Let me go to 7.
Oh no, what was 17 when
Everything was dying down and everything.
Yeah,
They were picking up everything. They picked up the statue. Finds out the statue has a sound that only certain things people can hear. Of demons. And finds out it was a heartbeat. And also at that time, Iggy's father had to go to the hospital because he broke his back.
But old Tommy ain't got no heart.
And that's another thing.
He doesn't
when
have
we
a
went
heart.
to the Phoenix's hospital. At the end, they found out that nigga never had a heart.
To start with.
and they don't tell him. They don't even tell him.
They said he has a cavity. That's in another episode.
That was
Right,
hilarious.
They make him some
So like
bullshit.
yeah,
Like,
so
why don't you
they
tell
took
this
it. They
man?
took an X-ray, and his X-ray it had nothing. It was just
There was no heart.
rib cage,
It was
nothing
a
in
red
it.
cage in a black space.
And they were like, "What the hell?"
Rex.
And then another fun fact. So whenever the statue emits that like heartbeat sound, Vice and
Any other demon can hear that shit.
they have a major migraine headache thing. And this is also the episode where the Giftarians were introduced. The Giftarians are made directly from the Gifu stamp. If you stamp someone, they literally die and become the demon comes out of them, eats them, and becomes a Giftarian.
Well, going back to the whole thing with the father,
Going back to the father.
is it possible that
Oop.
every time either a demon dies or is created, or when Hiromi uses that damn driver, is it possible that Gifu can just take shit from other people?
If you notice,
Wait,
whenever
I see it, no. Father is just fine, just doing crazy shit by himself. The only thing he's missing is his heart.
But that's
which
what I'm
also made me think of this possibility. What if Iggy's father made a deal with Gifu at some point in his life? Because Gifu was there before Iggy was even born.
Look, if that happened, then that means the father done did some crazy shit and he's not telling his family.
Or he doesn't remember.
Because what I'm thinking is, so the demon's driver might have the Gifu's essence, but what if his father might be not I guess an offshoot of Gifu, or maybe a former dead man, maybe.
Well, we're just guessing at this point.
Yeah, I'm guessing. 'Cause
I'm guessing. I'm not saying it is.
Hiromi's belt actually does have a demon in it.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like it just sounds like.
Well, my thing is, what if that demon wasn't like, it wasn't like, how should I say? It didn't know it was a demon until after it took so much of his life force. Because the price in order to use demon is it takes your time. If you may look young, he was a young man, but his health issues went all the way down to an 80-year-old man.
I'm sorry, but like when you say young man, I thought YMCA, and I was just sitting there dying laughing in my head. I'm so sorry.
Is this how we lose you with conversations?
Yes,
Is this really how we lose you in a
I
train
was
of thought?
listening.
We trying to get serious.
I'm sorry.
About YMCA.
He was like, yeah, Hiromi is a young man. All I heard in my head was young man. I was just like, yo.
Maybe I shouldn't talk because she's laughing. I think he was trying to I'm talking.
No, I was listening the whole time. But you said young man, my brain was like YMCA, yo, and I was like, that's
The
a
belt
dope
takes
ass
your
song.
life force, and the life force makes you may look young, but in your insides, your organs, you're 80 years old.
And also around this time after the commander was taken away, Chameleon, Hiromi ended up becoming the commander of Phoenix as well.
That's the thing that I want to ask. Given how many times Hiromi is transformed, that would have to have mean that damn demon took at least 20 years off of his life each time he transformed.
He has to be at
Depending
least,
on what age Hiromi is, I don't know.
my best guess, between 25 and
This
35.
lady said he has an 80-year-old health. His health issues 40 years old, man. And if you're saying it's like 20, I think more like he was probably in his 40s then. Because as many times as he transformed, that probably took like 40 years of his life. So he probably was at 40 years old. At the time.
I wouldn't jump to say 20 with each transformation. I would give it 5.
Yeah, I was thinking
5, like between 5 and 10 years.
He transformed multiple times.
Right.
He does.
So, also, well, I got Inochi Kakite. Sorry, been practicing my Japanese.
Yeah, you did not need to know
What?
who sacrificed your life for some shit.
Huh? I didn't get it out. Sorry.
Come on.
I'm back.
Come on,
I
y'all.
had to get it out.
Come back.
I'm back.
Okay. Come back. God damn it. See what you did, Brian.
I'm a bad influence. What can I say?
Anyway.
Moving forward, he unlocks. Well, he didn't unlocks Brian. He obtains the volcano vice stamp and fights Oteka. And Oteka is a piece of crap because he throws a Gipterian in front of him. Ikki realizes he can't save him. But actually, wait, before he even...
That was before that. At the first time when Ikki got...
they were training.
They were training. And then Ikki like, we can do this. And going off and not fully understanding that a volcano does work, but is a slight chance.
That he could...
Fuck himself up. And
if he uses it... Because at first, Vice froze and Ikki was on fire. So they had to learn how to work together as Demon and Host. Excuse me. And yeah.
I love how Vice, like, was it froze or burnt his tail off?
he froze it off. Because when they use Volcano, he becomes the ice counterpart. He becomes Body Vice. Yeah. And then Revice Ikki is the Volcano. The Volcano suit is hard as shit. Like, that's like one. I would say it's one of the best design suits. The best design suit is Primitive Dragon. But like, very. Moving on.
Volcano Batty Rex. Volcano Batty Rex.
Thank you. I couldn't talk for like 5 seconds. My tongue shut off completely.
God damn, bro. You can drink some water.
Well, they tried using the stamp the first time against the Geef stamp to save the person. It did not work.
He got burnt. He almost burnt
to a crisp.
That only happened when he got angry at Orto. Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to say when he tried to save the old lady got transformed into a Geef stamp. Into the Geef's monster.
And that old bitch was laughing. I'm sorry. I will not. He doesn't deserve me pronouncing his fucking name right. The old bitch got envious. Fuck him.
I understand when you're saying it for them. I was saying it for them.
Oteka.
Old ass bitch.
Yeah, he laughing because he thinks the shit is funny. Ikki's getting pissed the hell off, and like you were saying, the damn device on the driver is overreacting to his anger. So he's.
But that was Volcano.
Yes.
Well, I'm saying the damn device.
I do not pay attention, dog. I swear I don't.
You really don't. You really don't.
So Ikki's in the hospital.
He's in the hospital.
Burnt to a crisp. Toast.
Not truly burnt, just lightly toasted.
And then, here's my favorite moment about this episode. When Ikki and Vice had that heart-to-heart conversation, that made me tear up a little.
Before they had that heart-to-heart conversation, I'm sorry. The heart-to-heart conversation, Ortega, or Josong, or bitches, decided to mess with,
What? What did you call them? Or bitches? What? What the fuck?
No, you're right. Yeah. You're right. So bitches.
What?
Right, or bitches.
Hey, yo. y'all can't
So Ortega
we
decided to mess with, Julio?
Yeah.
He decided to mess with Julio. And
why are you saying Julio like that? Julio? Shut
up.
It's pronounced.
He decided to mess with him. So he actually had a chance to relive his past and forgive his friend who he thought betrayed him.
He ripped his Yu-Gi-Oh card in half.
Also, I want to say this right now. I've been waiting to say this shit.
He gonna say it. We're better than that.
You were a bitch for doing that to your own friend, and like, I don't care what school it was, middle school, high school, whatever. That was some bitch shit. just because you getting picked on does not mean that you need to pick on your best friend just to stop. Because that didn't even stop them from picking on you.
Well, literally, he did it to be cool, but the cool people ended up turning his back on him. So it really is a lose-lose situation.
Exactly.
You lost your friend and your dignity, because like that was cold, man.
Which his friend moved away. Julio moved away.
Moved away, and then he was trying to go and see him, and the bullies found him and beat him the fuck up.
Whooped his ass.
And Julio saw it.
Yep.
And then Julio ended up joining the Dead Man's right around that time.
Also, I think we learned the old bitch's past too. He was this overly very smart motherfucker.
You really,
he was better than everybody else. I'm mentioning it right now because fuck him anyway.
You really hate old Tech. Let me show you what. Actually, let me do this.
What Arteka did was use the gift stamp on his friend that he apologized to, turned him into a monster, and he couldn't believe it. Julio got so mad that his monster form transformed to his monster form. He literally punched the monster. He turned into a red hot beast and slashed.
I was like, he didn't punch him. He took his hand and went.
No, he punched the beef monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went straight through. I got scared.
No, he went straight through Orca. He punched the lights out of the beef monster. Just sent it flying right past Orca. Orca looked shocked as shit and he just charged at him and sliced his side.
Oh, I mixed up. He did. Yeah, you're right.
Man, I wouldn't say slice. I would say what Brian said. He took his hand and ripped the chunk out of that motherfucker's hide. And I wanted him to keep going. I wanted him to keep on going.
But he ran away.
But he ran away like a little bitch.
So that's when Iki and Vice had their moment.
Where it all goes.
And Vice carried Iki on his shoulder to the location so they could transform. And finally defeat, they actually defeat Julio.
That is Julio.
Going crazy.
But also, I want to mention this right now. The conversation that
when he
and Vice had was just, it was heartfelt. Because Iki was trying to say that I care about you, Vice, so a lot. But I don't think I'm that important. And Vice looked at him like, if you care about me, then that means you care about yourself too, because I am you. So it's like it was a realization that him and Iki are one. They're the same person. They on the same type of shit. And they went, and that's when they went to go and fight the over Control Julio. I'm not saying there's anything bad about it, but what I'm saying is I liked it. Because it showed that Vice was about that action with Iki. No, I'm saying because Brian was looking ridiculous. Yeah.
I was just gonna say Orewa Maida. That's what I was gonna say the whole time. I am you. I am you is Orewa Maida. I think it's right.
And we do not need that right now. Okay. Next episode.
Please forget it. I'm useless.
Also, I love the fact that he let him just walk around. Like permanent now. Like there's no reason to be.
So he can stamp himself and become. Yeah.
He can just stamp himself. Just let Vice roll around. Yeah.
It kind of threw me. It kind of threw me for a loop that they kind of accepted Vice that quickly because they were eating and like he stamped him and Vice came out and I was
in the beginning. Vice hasn't really shown any malice towards humans.
But
they can talk to Vice through his phone.
Yeah.
That was heartburn. But if you remember, Iki did make a pact with him because Vice was out of control. So he was like, "Look, if you going," that's what I'm saying. Like that's why he's.
We're all the way.
I know. I'm making a point. I'm making a point.
Focus. The main thing is that from that time to then, they have gotten to know Vice very well.
And Vice has had a change of heart.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say. But you guys said it. Anyway, I was. Go.
What would you already say?
Nope.
What would you say?
Nope.
Say it.
Nope. I gonna say it.
Say it.
Waga inochi o kakite.
See, this is why we don't give you. This is why we don't give you moments. This is why we don't give you moments.
You said say it, so I said it.
Let's keep going. Anyway,
next episode. This is 21 or 20? 20. Gotcha.
This is when Hiromi found out that his friend that he went to the academy with,
Chigusa.
Chusa, is a backstab betrayer because she figured out the truth about Phoenix. Which there's a lot of secrets about Phoenix.
And I'm not saying
Why
that
you,
she was.
how you doing?
I'm
Like,
not saying that she was wrong. But I'm not saying that she
watch
was
your arm
right.
real quick. Oh, yeah.
Basically, what she was doing, the way she did it was wrong. She trusted a person who was going to stab her in the back,
Right.
in the front, because he did it with the Ifu stamp.
Yep.
What?
Turned into a demon.
Stabbed in the back. I mean the front. Old Bitcha. I mean, Old Teka did kind of, you know.
Also, I love the fact that Tokusatsu actually allowed her to have guns.
Like she pulled the strap on him.
Yeah,
Like two
like,
straps.
funny when they
she pulled a whole Tomb Raider on him.
They had a Texas standoff with her and Hiromi in the academy.
A Texas standoff.
Yes, because they had. Shut up, Ron. They had the Hiromi and the other guy, who was his friend, had the
cell phone gun.
But she had two actual guns.
The Own Busters? Own Busters? I'm probably wrong this time. God dang it.
Ow, my fucking hand. Anyway, but yeah, so she gets turned into a demon.
And the other guy, Tabuchi was is it Tabuchi?
Oh yeah, that other.
His the other guy that was trying to take the demon's driver from him.
Because he realized he was told the price of the demon's driver.
And what he was trying to do was he was trying to become the hero, but really it was kind of already too late anyway. Because this is
Trying to become a hero, was trying to save his friend.
yeah. So around that time, this is when the doctor, who I think was she was a Super Sentai Ranger, I believe. I gotta do more research on that. But the nurse told Hiromi that he was basically an 80-year-old man, and the demon's driver was taking his life, which George knew the price to pay.
Thing.
George knew the whole time, but didn't say anything.
George,
Well,
look, listen.
he says Hiromi knew, but
here's the thing
you know.
that I want to say about this plan that George has. I realize, and I'm gonna say this right now to you. In the origin of Kamen Rider, the whole premise about the writer came from evil itself, because it was first created to dominate the world through Shocker. That was the whole thing about
Shocker created.
Oh yeah,
Kamen
Shocker
Rider 1.
was. Oh, it was.
Shocker created Kamen Rider 1. The premise of why it's like Kamen Rider fights for good is because Ichigo, Kamen Rider 1, escaped before they could even finish the damn transformation for him to become a complete and total cyborg that couldn't, think straight and do all that shit. That's why he rebelled against Shocker, because he escaped.
The premise of all the Kamen Riders is every single one of their powers came from darkness. They decided how to use it.
Right. It was their choice to fight for the right of good, for justice.
There's actually a movie stating about that too.
Wasn't that
And look, it's getting a remake anniversary too. So
that was
they have anniversaries every
that
5.
movie that stated it was Wizard. Kamen Rider Wizard. That was a Kamen Rider Wizard movie.
Yeah.
Because they also introduced the next rider, which was Guy.
Right. So I understand where George's concept is coming from. If Kamen Rider came from evil, then we can use this same evil to make.
Because Shocker, I think Hitler discovered it, right? No, he didn't. No. Wait, no. Hold on. Back up. Wrong thing to say.
There was an episode.
Yeah, Hitler discovered the suit.
Find a monster that had the swastika symbol on it.
Right, and that's when Hitler was there.
Old Kamen Rider show.
Mind you, it was the 70s. You really,
a lot of shit happened.
It was crazy.
I got memo info. So when he said Hitler, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's why I was like, hold on, let me.
Hitler had his hands in some more shit.
Yes,
apparently.
apparently.
They teach us all the wrong shit.
Hey.
Apparently.
But yeah, I don't look at Kamen Rider from that concept.
So
but
I
that makes
understand
sense.
where George's coming from with this, but at the same time, no.
George is a snake. I think George is the final boss. I think what George is gonna do, I think he's gonna take all the essence of Gifu and become the final boss. Or it could be the what's that guy with the gloves? the administrator, whatever the heck he is, the guy in the room.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't remember what he is. He's like some kind of like he's high.
Fucking crow's feet, nigga.
Thanks for that. But yeah, that's
Crow's feet.
I'm not going to talk.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
speculating.
then he goes on. Like George says, my only mission is to create
The ultimate Kamen Rider. Yep.
I'm just like, okay, buddy. So you're just gonna be doing what every other Kamen Rider show has tried to do and yet failed. All right.
George might be successful with this one.
In every show, they do end up with the ultimate Kamen Rider.
Yes.
Evo,
That's how long it
Cronus.
lasts.
What? That's
No, I mean the main character coming out of it.
what? That's
Yes, but that's how long that lasts.
5 episodes or more.
And then in the end, in fact, that either he loses the power or he just doesn't use it at all.
Or he goes on retirement. All riders are still riders.
Until the power.
And they
principle.
never use the power ever again, other than damn, Kamen Rider.
X.
No,
O's?
no, shit, I can't. Ah,
You got me. Is an O in it?
the fucking motherfucking.
What's the motif?
Damn, fuck.
The thing with the shit in. All right now. I don't.
All that.
It's on the tip of my fucking tongue.
Thank you, John. I was gonna say the same thing.
Oh shit, O's. O's. God damn it, not O's.
We just said
Stop
O.
saying O's.
Oh, still got it, bro. Everyone still technically has it.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, they still have their belt, but like the
Oh, except
ultimate
Drive.
rider.
Except Drive.
God, you should still have his.
No, Drive's belt went underground.
Oh.
You're right.
I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah.
And then Gaim is God, but we're not gonna talk about that.
He went to another planet.
He's gone.
Yeah, like I said, Gaim is God, and that's why Gaim won't end because he won't let it in for some reason.
But anyway,
Goddamn Durian.
But yeah, George's plan already done multiple times. Premises of it, yeah. So.
But George, I feel like George might be Evo 2.5.
If he was Evo 2.5, he wanted to conquer the entire universe.
Next thing.
He's already on the way. He has Gifu.
Orca finally got captured and his demon has been destroyed, so he can't transform anymore.
Yeah, on purpose.
Or so we think.
That's what we thought at the episode.
Because why the fuck would you be smiling and you just lost?
Unfortunately. Well, that's because Iki kicked it out of
I
him.
just don't like that man. I really don't. Like he's just a sneaky. Like he was like Brian said, a sneaky ass snake.
But finds out that one of the people in
The advisor, the head guy with the gloves, and the
the
crow's feet.
advisor and Phoenix is actually working with him. The guy was the
Take your time.
that guy, the
Crow's
Phoenix
feet.
and his crow feet.
Could have left that
was
out.
actually the one who brought him into the Dead Man.
And then Hiromi he put up his resignation letter and discovered that, and
He almost punched George. I wanted him to.
George was like, "You gonna hit me?" He was like, "Nah." That's when Daiji came in and was like, "Yo, something's going on." So
And George is still, keeping secrets and shit. And then
Ortega or Bitchin got the demon driver.
George gave it to him. I'm saying it now. I'm calling it now. Because George is too fucking calm. George gave
Mind you,
George
he-
gave
he-
me that damn driver.
going back a little bit, if you remember, George did just willing to give up the Gifu stamp. So,
And no, at that point he didn't really have a choice.
no, he had a choice.
No, he didn't have a choice because at that time his test subject was under that.
Yeah, I can see why you say that. I feel like he had a choice, but you're still not wrong about him,
I just
so.
feel like that was, all this shit was a part of his plan.
It kind of is.
And that's when Hiromi ended up, he fought Chameleon, but we passed all that. Anyway,
So old bitch gets the demon's driver.
you really hate this man.
I hate him. I don't like him. Not especially the fact that he has the fucking driver.
And since he was once demon, he has more control. Meaning he can stamp and add on more parts to the
Bitch is a bunch of bullshit.
Well,
Even though I like
Well,
the
but-
fact
well,
that
when- when he-
I saw it, I saw
when he
it
put the
happen.
demon's driver on, the demon inside the driver was like, "You smell like us." So that was like you know, and that's probably why he can control it so much because Oteka is technically. Actually, wait. Well, yeah, he was.
If he was in phase 3, he was already in.
Right.
So what does that make him now? Now his damn thing was destroyed.
Leftover parts with snow on it.
That sounds so disgusting.
I know, right?
With snow on it? Can you elaborate?
Smell.
You know you gotta clean his ears.
Clean your ears.
Funny thing is, I clean him every damn day.
Clean it with alcohol.
You trying to kill me?
Because of that, he killed Hiromi, assuming because Hiromi was fired off the cliff.
I almost cried right there.
And he went on and defeated Live, Revice, and
Jane.
Defeated the siblings.
Also,
like it was nothing.
Sakura is my favorite rider girl. Just gonna put that out there.
We'll
She
put that at the end.
is probably going to join. She's probably gonna got you. We're going. She's probably gonna join the family we mentioned earlier.
But let's talk about this.
They're actually an organization called Weekend.
Let's talk about this
Which is like-
now. I'm saying this right now, and I'm saying this right now.
You said that twice.
We owe you an apology
What I
because
do?
you said that in the last video that
Oh.
they gave her the driver. In this episode, they did. No, because we was trying to tell him that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But they confirmed that
They gave it to the
they
driver.
were the ones that did it, which
Oh,
ultimately
no.
means
You disagreed with them.
I did. That's what I'm saying. But we both
No,
disagreed.
you did. I did not disagree.
We told him to shut up
Because y'all both were just going back and forth like dumb idiots during the video.
because I was trying to point out the whole thing about them being weird. That there was something else going on with them. He pointed out the obvious.
Well, both was right. He pointed out that they had a belt. You pointed out they were weird and had something to do with it.
Still though, Brian was
They had
right.
an organization.
Brian was right, which means that they somehow, in some way, shape, or form, they worked with George because
No.
he said.
No. If you remember that, George scrapped that driver.
That's what I'm saying.
They
So-
found it, revamped it, sent it to her, and now they want her to be a part of Weekend.
They fixed it, basically.
So wait, so how did the fuck did they find it? If George said that he scrapped it.
So what I'm guessing,
There's probably people in they're an organization called Weekend. So they probably have spies within Phoenix.
or they were former Phoenix members, because the father he was watching Phoenix. He could have been a part of Phoenix, or he could have been a spy. So that's my best guess. Again, hope I get it right, because
Also, the Weekend. So we just ripping off the Disney's One Saturday Morning.
what?
We ripping off of that show.
Weekend.
The Weekenders. It's the same damn thing.
Oh yeah. So
That song.
So Sakura actually is now deciding to work with these people now that all the things that are coming out in the open.
I wouldn't do it because they still sketchy. I wouldn't do it.
So, all right, but to explain my favorite part of the episode too. So, I think she was training. Well, of course, she's in the school and all that. So the son is like, "Hey, come over for dinner," and she went over there, and she proceeded to beat the crap out of like 20.
No, when she entered, then she got jumped.
She got jumped and then beat their asses,
Yeah,
and
but
then got downstairs.
because they couldn't touch him.
Y'all,
They failed though. They couldn't touch him.
trying to tell you.
That girl was strapped.
Well, she's like an extra dark black belt.
Extra dark black belt.
She's strong as shit, bro.
So what? She charcoal belt now?
No, she just a black belt.
She's
People who actually take karate, please do not take his insult seriously. I understand the process, but he is a moron. Please forgive him.
You could have just said purple belt, and that would have been fine.
purple. First of all, purple was like
There is a purple belt.
yeah, purple was like almost black belt, but I think it's like two belts from black, right?
Not charcoal black.
Oh, well,
Like I
because
said,
purple
please
is
forgive
yeah.
him. He is a moron.
And I'm not well versed in karate either. I'm versed in ninjutsu, smoke bomb. Anyway,
He's not even reversed in that.
shut the hell up. Anyway,
Damn,
like
hard.
I was saying before I threw my smoke bomb. Yeah, basically she beat their ass, and then she discovered that what he said, and then they were like
My favorite part was the episode before Vice finally took off his goddamn mask, and he showed
Oh
his
yeah,
And they looked at it. They was like, "Oh my, what's wrong with his face?"
Yo, that also confirms it. Like these past episodes just confirms everything we've been saying. So Vice is COVID ready. All right.
Hey yo.
I told these guys that the first episode I saw, Vice was wearing a mask.
I didn't know until I looked really hard, and I was like, "Oh."
Looked like it.
And then
it really did. I was like, "Is there?" Because I was like, "That can't be his actual face." Because I was like, "It looked like he got on a mask." And then come to find out, he does.
Yeah, he just take it off. Right.
Not to mention, if I can get that mask, that would be nice.
Hey, they sell it in Japan.
Well,
and I think other stores.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's out right now, so
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they got everything else out right now.
You can get it.
You can get it.
If I find it, I'm
get it.
gonna get it. But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Favorite parts? I think I discussed mine. But, well, I
my favorite part, unfortunately, was when
old
bitch was ripping shit against the three riders because it looked so fucking cool. And the fact that he could use the multiple stamps was actually pretty badass.
That was your favorite?
I don't like him as a character.
Maybe he's good in...
He's what?
Maybe he's good at ridering.
No, dipshit.
What?
No, I'm sorry.
He's good at what?
I'm sorry. This is it. You know what? Let's end it right here. Thank you for listening to our review for Revice. It's a pleasure that y'all stayed for this long in the video. If y'all did stay, please comment in the video how long it took you till you wanted to leave.
Don't comment that. Just
be quiet.
We will see you guys again soon with more episodes about this. I believe it's going to be 22 through 30, if I'm not mistaken. If anything else happens, we will keep you updated. But yes, that's going to be it.
So this is the Ryder Brothers featuring our new person, Mike join.
Yeah.
He's a temporary member until Ryder kicks at least 5 people.
He'll be a new brother soon, probably.
When you Ryder kicks 5 people,
To the induction meeting.
you got to Ryder kick 5 people.
The only thing for the induction is you have to watch 3 Ryder shows.
Oh, I really thought I had to kick 5 people. I was like, alright.
He was like, shit, point him out. I got him right now.
Like, I just found 5 people I can kick outside that just came in.
You gotta jump real high in the air and just come. You gotta jump real high in the air and just come down hard as shit with your foot.
Anyway, we'll see y'all again next time. We're out.
Drink milk, kids. Good for your bones.